Taiwan is bursting with heaps of fun places to explore. Join me, Amber Hatfield, as I hit up travel hotspots, soak up some culture, and hunt down hidden gems. Let's go! In today's episode, I pick up talking to Natalia Leskovska. We start off chatting about food in Taiwan. Let's talk about food, actually. So you said you like Asian food.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Taiwan's food? I mean, I know that Phil doesn't really eat meat and other stuff. Do you? And how do you find the food in Taiwan? What's your favorite and like what have you tried?
Well, I think we've tried a lot because I've been to night markets a lot.
Okay.
And I love the food. I used to be a chef back in the day, so
Wow, okay.
I really enjoy it. And now I don't like to cook, I like to eat. So now is the time. I love Taiwanese food and I love danbing.
Danbing,
Yeah.
like for breakfast.
That for breakfast, that's the best thing ever. I did even try it back in New Zealand to try to make it. It's not as good as
Okay.
the original one. So it's these Taiwanese pancakes.
Yeah, like
And
scallion
it's-
pancakes.
Yes, it's the best thing, I think. I love it. Absolutely love it. And the rest, I don't really eat tofu as much when I'm back in Norway or somewhere around, but here I do love tofu because there's so many different kinds of tofu that I don't even know about. That's so good. I really enjoy it. So this is the thing, that to go with vegetarian person to eat, yes, now I eat more vegetarian little bit meals, which is good as well. I don't really need that meat so much, but yeah, I really enjoy tofu right now.
Have you tried the stinky tofu?
I've tried.
Did you like it?
No.
No, you didn't?
Unfortunately, no. It's not my favorite, no.
How about the pi dan tofu? That is like the century egg, like the black egg
Yes,
with
I've
the
tried
with the
that
white
one.
tofu with the
Yes.
sauce.
Yes.
How did you feel about that?
No. It's good to try it.
Okay.
It's good to try, but I don't think it's not going to be to go to, no.
Yeah. Okay. And how about like, did you try any Taiwanese like desserts? I mean, I guess right now it's winter, but they don't really have shaved ice so much in the winter. Have you tried the shaved
I tried
ice
the
before?
Shaved ice, yes. It was 4 years ago. Yeah, that was really, really popular.
Okay.
It's just, for me, ice cream needs to be proper chocolatey taste. And
Okay.
I really love this kind of taste, milky taste. So, so it's really nice for refreshing.
Yeah.
But again,
You want something richer.
milky, yeah.
Okay.
Some chocolatey.
And how about some things like, I mean, here they have a lot of food that's, I guess for a Western palate, kind of stranger, you know, maybe like chicken feet or like the duck heads and these kind of
Yeah.
pieces of meat that are like innards and stuff.
Yeah.
Would you try that or have you tried it?
Well, funny enough that back in Slovakia we do have something that is from cow's intestine, soup. So it's very similar, I guess.
Okay.
I really, really like that food. So that's good for winter. So that wasn't really something strange for me. But back in the UK, I did work in a little Hong Kong restaurant.
Okay.
So there I try all these chicken feet and everything like that. So
Yeah.
not a big fan, but yeah, I think it's good to try.
Yeah. Try everything once,
Yeah.
right? Why not?
Exactly.
So, okay, let's talk a little bit now about your kind of the places that you've been to in Taiwan and maybe about like your experiences or maybe any stories that you have of your travel. You've been in Taipei quite a lot. You've been to Yilan. And have you been anywhere kind of in the south or the east, other places in the east coast of Taiwan?
My first time when I went to Taiwan, I went to Hualien first. It was beautiful.
Did you go to Taroko Gorge National Park?
Yes, we did that. It was amazing. We did some hikes, went to temples. That's quite amazing to go to because it's in the middle of mountains and you really have to do some proper hikes to get up there. So, but that's really rewarding, I think.
Yeah.
To go to. Really, really nice experience. Hualien, and then down south, Kaohsiung.
Kaohsiung, yeah.
And then there's a little turtle island. I'm not so sure how to pronounce
Xiaoliuxiu.
that one. Yes, that one.
Okay.
So we went there. So that was again so nice experience.
Right.
That was really hot that time, summer. So that was exotic for me as well to see that.
Yeah.
So that's the thing I think about Taiwan is so diverse. So diverse. If you really want to find the peace by the beach, or you want to experience like swimming with the turtles, you just go down south. Then you have the mountains in the middle, which are pretty high mountains. So I think it's so diverse. The only thing I'm missing here is it's my snow mountains for the winter. Otherwise I would stay here.
Right, yeah. Yeah, I guess there's not really anything snowboarding, skiing, that kind of stuff in
which I really
Taiwan.
like,
Yeah. You can do like hiking in the snow mountain when it's
yeah,
snowy, but
definitely.
no snowboarding and stuff. Next, I asked Natalia how she likes to travel.
I think, I don't know, for me, I really enjoy in any country I go to is just to rent a scooter and just drive through. I think you see the place, you try some local food, you meet some people. So I think that's, for me, how I sort of experienced the country. So that was really nice, just to drive and just see the greenery and the trees and
Yeah, that's great. And then you've also been to some places around more like Taipei area this trip.
Yes, this trip.
So I think
longer.
have you been to like Elephant Mountain?
I've been twice already.
Okay.
So one was my first time when I got here. That was a really nice experience because we did it just before sunset. So it's really nice to get up there and you see the Taipei 101, of course, the building, and you see it's so nice at night as well. And I did Elephant Mountain a couple of days ago as well. Yeah.
Okay.
I have to say the last time, the first time that I climb up was very hard. This time I was like, all right, I'm getting better. So yeah, you need some kind of fitness, little bit level.
Yeah, it's quite steep, isn't it?
It's quite steep.
Yeah.
Even though it's only like 200 meters above sea level, but it's quite steep, but it's a nice exercise. It's worth it. It's worth to go up there.
And it's a great view of like the whole of
amazing.
Taipei city as well. There's a few other hikes around because Taipei is kind of like a basin, right? So there's a few other hikes around. Have you been to any more?
So just behind this radio station, there is a mountain. So that was super nice because it was very quiet and peaceful there. And I could see like people doing a Tai Chi or like walking around. So that was super nice.
Yeah, it's quite different, I think, to Elephant Mountain, which is more touristy.
Exactly.
And here is a bit less like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So that was super nice.
And then I know you've been to a few hot springs too.
Yes.
Which I love hot springs.
Yeah.
So how's hot springs and where have you been?
So that was another great experience. That first one, Phil said, all right, let's do this. It's a 50 minutes drive. And when he finished at work, it was quite late already. And I'm like, oh my God, now I have to drive 50 minutes up somewhere in the mountain. It's just north from Taipei. And that was first time that I actually experienced something like that. Like just in the nature, not in some kind of spa treatment so it was super, super good. It was, for me, what resonates the most, it was the volcanic. Of course, you have some stream coming down. Of course, it's from volcano, right? The water, so that was super, super hot. Extremely hot. I think I burned myself once. But then at the same time, you have another sort of river coming just literally next to it. And you can just like regulate the temperature of the water when you're sitting there. It's just unbelievable. It was so nice. It was in the middle of nowhere. Nature around. Like you can see the locals just really relaxing there. And I think I really thought it's going to be cold. It was quite cold that night, to be honest. But around the hot springs, the air was very warm. So you didn't feel cold when you just get out from the pool. And it was so nice.
Yeah. Awesome.
I would do it again. Definitely worth the travel.
Yeah.
At night.
Next up, we chatted a little bit about what Natalia's done in Taipei while she's been on this trip.
So we went with a friend. We went to Tamsui.
Oh, Danshui.
Danshui.
Yeah.
And that was really nice. It's sort of like a harbour. We took a boat as well to Bali. It's another district, up there. So yeah, just walk by the wharf, just grab a coffee, and you see a little stands, little shops, and people. You feel a little bit sort of on vacation area, and it's so nice to go there.
Yeah,
we really wanted to go to. There's a temple. It's very popular, Wuji, I think, temple. with beautiful trees, of course, when they're in bloom, but it wasn't that time, so we thought like, do you know which one I mean? Like it with the pinkish trees around. And
yes, I think that's the one where you can go in the springtime to see the cherry blossoms. That's one place in Taipei that you can see cherry blossoms. Yeah,
but I mean, we didn't go there because
wrong time.
Wrong time.
Yeah,
it's still, I'm pretty sure it's still worth the visit, but we just stayed by the harbour and we took a boat. That was really nice. So here in Taipei this time, I did go to National Gallery and I went to the National Palace Museum. I've really liked to go to museums when I'm in a country because you know about the history there, so to learn as well. So I'm very happy that I did this time because I've been here 3 times and I didn't do these kind of things because Phil always takes me to places that it's not really touristic.
Okay.
Which I'm really grateful about because you see a little bit from a sort of local point of view. But at the same time, I really want to know about the history, and so it was really good.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed the National Palace Museum. Yeah.
Great.
I think the second hall now was under construction, so it wasn't open. But the gardens, they were amazing around. I think I need to go to another museum where I can really learn about the history, because in this one, the artifacts and there's so many about jade. I really love jade. So yes, to learn about these kind of historical facts, of course, which I was a little bit missing there because there's more things to see than to sort of learn.
Right. Okay.
So that was a bit like, all right, I need to still go to somewhere else to find that. Find that out.
Okay. Yeah. I guess if you were interested in more historical stuff as well, if you had time, maybe next time going down to Tainan, which is like the historical capital. Yeah. There's quite a lot of historical stuff to learn there and everything as well. That would be a cool trip. Okay, great. Well, I hope you enjoy the rest of your trip.
It's pretty amazing, yeah.
And thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
And I hope you will come back to Taiwan soon.
I will. Thank you.
That's all for today's episode of Let's Go. Don't forget to tune in next week. See ya.